Hello once again. Today we'll be looking at motor control circuits, but we'll start by looking at basic symbols for motor control, which is your start buttons, your stop buttons, your coils, your relays, your normal open contacts, your normal closed contact. We'll be just looking at basic symbols for motor control. Okay, can we start? All right, so we've got this block here, which is your start button and your stop button. The green button is your start button, the red button is your stop button. Okay, let's look at the symbols for the two. The green one is your start button. Your start button is a normal open contact. Okay. Remember, this button is spring loaded. It's not a toggle switch, but it is a push button which is spring loaded. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, so it means when you push it, it will go down. The moment you release your finger, it will go back to the normal position where it was before. Okay, to the initial position. All right. The same applies to your stop button. If you press it, it will open. The moment you release your finger, it will go back to the closed position. Your start button, if you press it, it will close. The moment you release your finger, it will go back to the normal open position. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, so that one is your start button. Your start button. Okay, and then the stop button is a closed switch or a closed contact. Okay, this arrow here represents that it is spring loaded. Okay, that's what it is. So that is your stop button. Okay, what else? So you can use the start button to start a motor. You can use the stop button to stop a motor or anything. Okay. Then we can have, let's look at these two. What are these? This one here is your circuit breaker, your 10 amp circuit breaker. It has 3 positions: the on position, the off position, and the trip position. Okay. This one here is a protection device. So what it does, when there's an overload, when there's a short circuit, it automatically opens the circuit. Okay, we'll deal with this at a later stage, but for now let's have a look at the symbol for this breaker here. You can see this one is a single pole circuit breaker. What do we mean by single pole? Remember, we've got single poles, double pole, triple pole, and so on and so on and so on. But here we've got this breaker. This breaker is a single pole circuit breaker. Let's look at a symbol for that one. This one here, we'll deal with it after this one. Okay. So if it is a circuit breaker which is single pole, the symbol will look like this. All right. This one is your circuit breaker, CB for circuit breaker, single pole. That single pole tells me that there's only one wire that will go through here. Okay, not 2 wires, just 1 wire. Okay, the red one, white one, or blue one, doesn't matter. Then I've got this one here, which is double pole. It's got 2 poles, as you can see, 2 poles. Okay, double pole. You can see that one is mechanically coupled there. Okay, as you can see. Okay, trips together. That also is your circuit breaker. Happy? All right. And this one here is your triple pole circuit breaker. You can actually see it's got 1, 2, 3 poles. It's a triple pole circuit breaker. This one can be used to control 3-phase power. Okay, we'll deal with that again as we go along, as we move on. Okay, so for a triple pole circuit breaker, the symbol will look like this. Okay, that also is mechanically coupled. That also is a circuit breaker. All right, happy? Okay, let's have a look at this one here. What is this block here? This block is your contactor. What is a contactor? A contactor is a bigger version of a relay, if you know what a relay is. Okay, a relay controls small voltages, but a contactor controls larger voltages. So your relay can control, say, up to 220 volts, 24 volts, 12 volts. But this one here can control up to, like this one here, if you look at this one, it can control up to 380, 400 volts. But the coil is 220 volts. Okay, so a contactor has got a coil inside. All right, so a contactor is having a coil inside. A coil looks like this. So if that is your coil, you can use this as a symbol, but for control purposes we are going to use this, because there will be a confusion between this coil and the coil for the motors, okay, for the stator. So we'll use this. So that represents the coil for the contactor. So this is a coil. Remember, a coil or a relay or a contactor has got contacts inside it. Okay, so once this is energized, so if it is energized, if the coil is energized, so it will close and open contacts. There will be a normally open, normal open contact, NO, or then there will be a normally closed contact, and C. Okay, some people use this symbol for normal open. You can also do that, but I like this one. Some people also use these for normally closed contact. You can also do that, it's not a problem. Okay, happy? What actually happens in this contactor? If the coil is energized, so it will close so that it allows 3-phase power to be transferred from the input side to the output side. Okay, so it tells me that that contactor, it also has contacts, these contacts. Okay, it has these contacts which are open before the coil is energized. But when the coil is energized now, these contacts will now close to transfer power from this side, to this side when a coil is now energized. Okay, so now we have how many symbols? We have learned about the start button, which is a normal open contact, a stop button, which is a closed contact, single pole circuit breaker, double pole circuit breaker, triple pole circuit breaker. Then a symbol for the coil, then a normal open contact, a normal closed contact. All right, happy? Thank you. In the next video, we will look at some symbols for overload relays, the two types, and other symbols. Okay, thank you.